Hi, everyone.
System volume 0%.
Well, she says hi too. The system volume girl says hi. This is Dave. I haven't been with you for a while, and there's a few reasons for that, which I won't go into. For people that don't know me, my name is David Hoffman, and I'm a musician and an educator and maybe a little bit of a philosopher. I love talking about music, love talking about life. I was on the road many years and saw a lot of life and saw a lot of music. Saw a lot of things when I started teaching that I could relate to my students that would hopefully make them into happier, more fulfilled musicians. If you're happier and more fulfilled, you get better too, right? That's just, it happens on its own accord that way, plus the practicing. Anyway, that's for another time. Today, I'm here with a fable. And this fable's a little story about a cat. No, not the meow meow kind of cat. This is a jazz musician kind of cat. Any of you that know jazz know that if someone's a cat, they're happening, man. They have everything down. They're they have the air of being a cat. Man, I'm a cat, right? And our cat, we'll call him the trumpet hero, loves to go to this one particular jam session in town. And the reason he loves it is everyone else at that session makes him feel important, makes his ego feel important. Our egos, we all have egos, but you know what? Our ego wants total control. And if we don't give that to that ego, he'll fight us for it. And that's the situation all these folks were in. And it's the situation most musicians are in that I know. That's why you see a lot of unhappiness. People's egos make them unhappy too. So, uh, he comes into the club, and like usual, he gets out his horn and plays, and everyone loves him. He's feeling real good, and everything about him says, "I'm important," including his horn. He has a horn in a $500 Italian leather case they had custom made for him. And when he whips out the trumpet, it's like one of these horns that's all these braces and all this extra stuff on it. And there's engraving everywhere, all through the bell, all through the horn. There's flames engraved and musical notes. And right in the middle of the bell, it says, Trumpet Hero. Because that's what he thought he was. And that's, of course, he had to put it on his horn. Now, he paid like $8,000 for this horn. It's got to be a good horn. So he whips it out of the case, as much as you can whip something out of the case when it weighs 10 pounds more than a trumpet should. And he plays, and it's a lot of work. And plays this thing. And puts his horn down. And before the next tune starts, he looks in the doorway of the club. And this guy comes in. He's an older gentleman, has a trumpet case. Just a trumpet case. It looks like it's been around the world a few times too. And he comes up to the stand. Oh, our hero immediately, upon seeing any trumpet case, becomes a little hostile and a little threatened. But of course, in a jam session, you have to act like you're friendly, even though you're saying, oh man, I wonder if this guy can really play. So he comes up to the stand. Nice cat. Says, "Hey guys, you mind if I play a tune with you?" Everyone says, even though everyone wants to say, "Oh, get lost." They don't because it's a session. Oh man, sure, come play. Oh man, yeah, we love to have you play. Everyone knows it's bullshit. But yeah, it's the nature of the ego. Again, I will be using this word a lot. So this cat, who truly is a cat, again, because this is not a put on. This guy lives it. He opens up his case, pulled out his horn. It's just a trumpet. It doesn't look like anything special. He'd been playing it for a long time. And as he held his horn, there's something different about the way he held his horn. It's like his horn's a part of him, as it should be. He'd been playing it every day for 30 years. And you could see the love, man. He loved playing the horn. He wasn't doing battle with the trumpet like our hero. He was coaxing music out of it. Of course, no one knew that yet, but they could all sense it. So our trumpet hero calls a tune. And he really goes all out. He plays everything, every lick, every scale, every arpeggio he's ever memorized comes out. About 12 choruses of it. And he keeps going on and on and on. He's done. Everyone goes, yeah, yeah. Right. Raymond comes up on the stand. Oh, waits there a minute. Goes, bleep. In that one note, he's got him. One note. Fidoodoo. What's he going to do next? Big space. Badoodiada. Boopadabadoomda. Badoodip. Badoodoop babadoomdoodop. He plays two choruses that build like this. Up and down, up and down. Everyone's glued to it. They don't want to be. The band doesn't want to be. The band wants to discount him. Our hero wants to discount him. But when he's done, everyone knows because everyone can sense music. Oh, man. So, our hero, he mad, slams his horn in his case, leaves. I'm going home. He goes home, all the way going home. He's, man, that guy ain't shit. He don't have nothing on me. I practice 4 hours every day. I know every scale and arpeggio that there is to know. And listen to this. He gets home. He pulls out his horn. This is one thing that could happen. This is one way your ego can lead you. Now I'm going to show him. Practices about 4 hours. Every pattern he knows. Angry. 4 hours of angry practice. Hates every minute of it. As well you would. Why don't I even play this thing? All this horn does is make me mad. Right? Slam his horn back. Now, you can imagine how much improvement this kind of practice results in. A little bit, because you have your horn on your face, right? So maybe you're getting some chops. Maybe the anger brings out some determination to get better. But boy, it's going to be an awfully slow road. So, now, the other scenario is the anger turns into self-doubt and self-recrimination, which the ego also does. So he gets home, puts his horn in the corner, and says, hell with this thing. What's it ever done for me? And he just quits. Shows the amount of love he had for it, right? That happens, and that's, of course, the worst thing. That's even worse than his first alternative, right? So these were the bad endings to the story. So we're going to go back to the end of that tune and come up with a different ending that may be better. And of course, I'm not talking about a real individual in our trumpet hero, but all of us are in him. Every single one of us, if we be honest, has felt like that. Right? Tell me you haven't. Of course you have. Nature of the ego. It's your human nature. So the tune's over with. You're mad. Raymond puts his horn back in his case. Goes over to the bar and sits down. And you think, oh man, that guy didn't show me up. He didn't play shit. You know better. So what this says in here, with this little voice coming from your heart, says is, hey, trumpet hero, why don't you go over and talk to him? Go talk to him, man. Think, yeah, let me go talk to him. So your ego has loosened control because your inner voice was so strong and you were so moved by hearing some real music for a change that your ego got put in the corner. Go to the corner, ego. So you go over to the bar and sit down next to him and say, hey, man, can I buy you a drink? Raymond says, yeah, man, sure. Then something happens that changes your life. And that's, you're sitting there having a drink with him and finding out a little about him. He'd been everywhere. He's been on the road with folks and just done all this stuff. And he's a real nice cat. And you're thinking, man, what a nice cat. And then he says, hey, man, I like the way you play. You play good. That's all he says. And he doesn't say it, man, you're the best man. This ego thing. You can tell he meant it. Here's this cat. He liked the way you play. Oh, man, maybe this is the approach. Keep talking, and talk about different things. And he mentioned his life, and then he mentions, well, one day Dizzy told me. And you stopped and said, what? You knew Dizzy? Yeah, Dizzy and I used to run around together in New York City. Yeah? And you're excited at this point. Oh, what did he tell you? What was he like, man? When Dizzy's your hero. And you find out all this stuff. And so what happens there is a link is created from Buddy Bolden to Louis Armstrong to Roy Eldridge to Dizzy Gillespie to Raymond, who got it from Diz, to you. All of a sudden, you feel connected to the whole trumpet, jazz, music world. How cool is this? All this happened from following this that said, go buy the cat a drink, man. Go find out what he's about. So you do. This is part one of our story. And I'm going to leave you here for now. And just so this doesn't get too long, and continue with part two, which is what happens next in the relationship between Raymond and our trumpet hero. And I hope you've enjoyed the story, a little fable as it is. I've enjoyed being here with you, and I will see you for part two shortly. Peace and love out.
Stop button.